See, let's understand the word spiritual. If you're thinking spirituality is looking up or looking down, you've gotten it all wrong. Spiritual process means turning inward. In every human being, irrespective of what is the nature of your activity, whatever the nature of your activity, we are doing spiritual programs called inner engineering in all the prisons. It's mandatory in all the South Indian prisons and in prisons in United States. And we are conducting programs for the politicians, we are doing everything for all kinds of people. From tribal women to celebrities, everybody is doing the programs. Because in my eyes, I don't see politicians, prisoners, this, that. All I see is human beings, and every human being needs an inner balance, an enhancement from within. Outside enhancement of adding things to your life is one thing, but enhancing yourself as a human being is fundamental and most necessary. And above all, if you, in some way, if you do not produce great human beings, how do you build a great nation? How do you make it happen? How do you build a great world? Unless there are great human beings. When we say great human beings, what is the big deal about the so-called great human beings? Were they the most brilliant people on the planet? Not necessarily. It is just that they transcended their boundaries, they transcended their limitations, they transcended their prejudices. So you said they are great human beings. This is the fundamental of spiritual process, that you cross the limitations of your body and the mental structures that you form and identify yourself with something more profound, that your experience of life transcends these boundaries. And this is needed whether you're doing journalism or you're doing politics or you're running the nation. This is needed for every human being, that constantly every human being should rise above the boundaries that we have set for ourselves within ourselves. So, why shouldn't the politicians get it? They must. This has been the culture of the nation forever. Always, all the kings in the past had Rajagurus to advise them, because when you're running a nation, the various pressures upon you, you tend to become conceited, you tend to become identified with problems, and you tend to make prejudiced decisions. So there was always somebody to guide them beyond that. I wish the world leaders had this, the biggest nations in the world, I wish they had this.